Hi, I'm Bybreen and welcome back to another episode of Soul Stirring Astrology, where I give you my textured take on the world of astrology. And welcome back actually to the third in my North Node series. So today I'm dealing with the North Node in Cancer, which means the South Node is in Capricorn, and it also is a vibrational match to where the nodes are currently. So when we're dealing with the North Node in Cancer, there's a call to nourishment. But first let's deal with where you've come from, the South Node. South Node is in Capricorn. And when you have this is a very strong signature that you are used to being in quite controlled environments. So in your past lives, you might have been in a monastery, for example, or been in environments where you had to follow the rules and the regulations and being very conventional in terms of how you lived out your life. And by being conventional and following the rules, you were able to rise to a level of prominence. So you're used to being in charge, being the boss, being the authority figure, given that Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. So you may have come into this world with this sense of gravitas, meaning you're the mountain goat, and the mountain goat struggled to get to the top of the mountain, and once you achieved your status there, it was a case of, look what I have done in order to reach this position of prominence, and while you're there you want to maintain it. But in doing so, being really goal orientated, just going after goal after goal after goal, means, or it suggests, that there is a discomfort in terms of being reliant or codependent or interdependent on other people to get you to where you need to be or to get you what you want. So there's an aloofness or a reserved aspect to your character. And in this life, with the North Node in Cancer, it's very much a strong pull for you to become interdependent. But most importantly, it's for you to really tap into your feelings, because there's been a repression of feelings. It's a case of, I better not say X, I better not reveal who I am, otherwise people may think ill of me or bad of me, or they might think I'm not the person that really has as much kudos as I think I have. So what you're seeking to do is to transition into this current lifetime as somebody who is seeking self-nourishment, self-nurturing, caring for yourself, caring for other people, and actually letting down your guard in order for people to understand where you're coming from an emotional point of view. Because the thing that you really want in this lifetime is to be in control in all areas of your life. But actually, in order to do so, you're going to have to become vulnerable, and it's okay to do that. It's okay to reveal how you truly feel. It's okay that people don't, quote, see you you being there on a pedestal. It's okay for you to express your wants, your needs and your desires, because in your South Node way of living, there may have been this delayed gratification, delaying enjoying the fun, the beauty and the pleasure of life, because you're always being goal orientated. So in this lifetime, the idea is to drop the defenses that prevent you from engaging with people in a meaningful way, and for you to develop your nourishing, nurturing, caring abilities. And that could be, physically, that could be emotionally, that could be mentally, and that could be spiritually. How do you imbibe all of those qualities in order to make yourself feel whole? Because one of the things that you tend to do is that you're always seeking other people's acknowledgement of you. Are you good enough? Which speaks of, you might present yourself as being the perfectionist. How many people do you know that if you pointed at them, there's somebody who comes to mind as a friend of mine, and he's a perfectionist. He's not Capricornian, but there is this perfectionist element. You don't have to be Capricorn, but the idea, the principle that I'm explaining is that where you see this, it could be the masking of you feeling uncomfortable and feeling insecure about your abilities, but actually the way that you're going to go about controlling your life and giving up the control of other people's lives is to recognize it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to admit, it's okay to let down your guard. and recognize that the vulnerability is fine, but actually in order for you to get to where you want to get to, you're going to have to rely on other people. You're going to have to connect with other people. And through connecting with other people, through nourishing yourself and then supporting other people, you're on your way to success. So the type of work or your talents or the career direction could be anything that has a nurturing, nourishing aspect to it. Now we're dealing with the North Node and it's in Cancer, which means it's the moon. So anything that could be associated with the home or hospitalities, for example, where you're nourishing people through the things I've already identified, or you could be an interior designer, you could be a property developer, or you're somebody who works from home, and as a result of working from home, other people are benefiting as well. So in this life where you've got the North Node in Cancer, and particularly as the moon's nodes are in Cancer and Capricorn, it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us, not only those who have the North Node in Cancer, but for all of us to be practicing our own sense of nourishment, nurturing. You know, is it that you're shifting into a new career, a new field that represents the areas I've mentioned? You could be an energy healer, for example. You could be a therapist, a counsellor, an astrologer, a psychologist, somebody who's probing in a sensitive, encouraging way to enable people to unearth the gems that lie within. So that's what's being called of you with your North Node in Cancer. And interestingly, Michelle Obama is somebody who has a North Node in Cancer, South Node in Capricorn. She also has a Capricornian sun. And she's a wonderful embodiment of both of the archetypes. So if we think about, you know, her life, she went to Princeton, she went to Harvard, she trained as a lawyer. So she's very much in the regimented Capricornian energy, doing the right thing. And that's a signature of Capricorn, doing what you think is right, but not what's really true to your heart. And Michelle Obama broke free of that mold because she woke up, or it was a realization that this hat that she's wearing, it doesn't fit her. She's not meant to be a lawyer. She didn't feel as if it was fulfilling all parts of her life. And she gave it all up, went into community development, mentoring other people, led a non-profit, and then ended up in the White House, which are very North Node in Cancer. So she really continues to live out. She's the embodiment of somebody who's gone through the conventional way of living, has stepped into her North Node. And, you know, when she first went to the White House, she described her role as being mum-in-chief. And she was heavily criticised, particularly by women and the feminist element of women, whereby, you know, well, she's being this career woman and she's giving it all up to be a mum at home. But actually, she's living out who she's meant to be. So she described herself as mum-in-chief, and then if you think about all of her initiatives, was focused around nourishing children. The Let's Move campaign, which wasn't only children, but there was a strong focus there when she planted food in the gardens, and then the initiatives about education for girls in particular around the world. And then if we think about her book, Becoming is a wonderful representation again of the North Node in Cancer, because it's a memoir, yes, but it's also a potential roadmap for people to become who they are. So that's a very nourishing way of doing things. So that's it. North Node in Cancer is asking of you to step into the role of nourishing yourself, and as a result of nourishing yourself, you're going on to nourish other people. And the affirmation is when I speak my truth, when I live into my truth, when I care for myself, I feel good. So that's it, beautiful people. If you have your North Node in Cancer, or if you're really living out the current North Node in Cancer, put your comments in the comment box below. And if you'd like any guidance, particularly around your own path, be it your North Node or any other aspect of your chart, feel free to reach out to me for a personal consultation. You can find my details in the About section. It's my email address. Drop me an email then. We can get the ball rolling. Share this series that I'm doing with other people in your network, and feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, beautiful people, stay well, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.